Hey, I'm in Anthem Highlands today for another home tour. We got a 4-bedroom house behind me with a bedroom downstairs and a couple different little spaces upstairs. So let's turn the camera on, check it out. All right, let's go. Everyone knows the story, one take, no script, just gonna walk it, see what we see, have a conversation as if I was walking through with you, trying to narrate that for you. So I see we got a 2-car garage. I'm reading off the stats as I walk in. It's a list price is $684,999. 4-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms, 1 bedroom downstairs, 3 upstairs. Like I said, a couple different little spaces upstairs to kind of center around. And then of course, a straight view as you walk in to that real social pool area. All right, so we got a little over 3,000 square feet to 3,021 square feet. 6,098 square foot lot. Anthem Highlands is a master plan HOA. You got a $72 a month total fee. So we'll walk all, walk all the way straight back to the main area. You know, I like to do that. But I've touched this every time I walk past. It's wallpaper. It's not textured. Really deceptive. It's really detailed. So that completes this room, kind of gives it that like bamboo feel, and does wrap around the entire room here. What I like, hope I didn't spin you too fast, is the light in the eat-in kitchen actually kind of resembles that same pattern. All right, so here's our kitchen. Speaking of granite countertops, we have the original cabinetry. Decent sized island. Now there's no spot for benches and knees to go under, and that's by design. You have your eat-in kitchen here. You only have so much space to put a table and chairs. To have chairs back to back and push that out would be kind of limiting. Walk-in pantry here to the right. And bringing it all the way through. At the oven. Yeah, solid wood cabinets. Oversized on the fridge freezer combo. Probably just about 5. I'm gonna put a 5'10" high, 5'8". Here's the cabinets. So Anthem Highlands is located in the southwest corner of Henderson. Neighboring communities would be Madeira Canyon, Inspirata, and Sun City Anthem. And Solera probably would be a fourth that surrounds. Couldn't guess on the number of houses here. It's in the thousands. There's your underneath area. All black on the appliances here. They're like black stainless steel. They're not really stainless steel. I mean, they are, it looks like, but has like a dark finish. So southwest, very close on the Inspirata side, where you come out and you're right by Raiders Way. So here's the eat-in kitchen angle. Got about 18-inch tiles. No, probably 12 by 12 tiles. The rustic, like brown red tones. And then you have brown carpet over yonder, and then the luxury vinyl in the living room. And though I don't have the shade open, you got this really, you can see it through, open, modern feel backyard. We'll pop out there right now. And as always, you're checking this out and you want to see this in person, you're in town or you're out of town, how do I do it? Give me a call, shoot me a text. I'd love to set up a private tour, set up a vision call, talk about what you're trying to do, and I'd love to be that guy that helps you. Here's your living room area. fairly open. The island faces straight on towards the eat-in kitchen instead of the living room area, but there's plenty of counter space at the end of it to still be able to do something there. And don't forget, you're gonna have a table without bar stools, or if you do, they'll be like the stool kind, not really like formal chairs. Big boys with the expectation to fold them under. Built in 2004. You got this pass-through. This is common. The pony walls and pass-throughs. It's like we weren't quite all open floor plan, but we weren't, we've moved on from completely closed out. So like, that front pony wall, you move the electric, you probably get rid of that. This big space, you may have something load bearing in between here. You may have to have something a little bit more serious on that one. Leave that up to a contractor though, right? Let the experts tell you. So off to the backyard. Love this backyard. Covered, faces west. Not elevated enough to get the sunsets, but you'll get a setting sun from back here. So the coverage is great, keeping the sun off the back of the house for a majority of the afternoon. It's all concrete stamped out here. Turf surrounding, and you step on pool area. I can't tell if it's PebbleTech. I think it's a speckled. Yeah, it's a plaster. It's a little older. Good example of about when you're going to want to start looking at replacing your plaster. When it starts bubbling up, it's usually when the pool guy comes in and tells me it's time. It's the water, I guess it's like the first barrier into the pool membrane, and so then water can get through to the next and it kind of corrodes it away. As well as those pieces get vacuumed up and they can gunk up your pipes and your filter. So, pool guys, talk to a pool guy and the sky is falling, but you talk to me and I say, I see this a lot. So I go to a lot of houses and I probably walk into, it's measured in hundreds of houses a year, maybe thousands, crazy as that sounds. And there, you got a little, looking like maybe an algae bloom starting, but it's so clear, I'd be surprised. I think it's just breaking down. Nice pool. Little finish on this, and this is a phenomenal centerpiece to a backyard. Really long, you can get your laps going, which I get a lot of people asking for. And then after we see so many houses and they realize it's just so hard to find. And it's just, it takes a long pool. And even this, an adult, you're only gonna get a few strokes in, but at least you can get a straight shot, which some people are just looking for, just to open her up for a couple rounds. So this is kind of rare. And I like that it has the two sides here to set up a chair or just kind of frolic in something a little less deep. I'm liking this pool. Liking it. Enough of the pool. Oh my gosh, I've been staring at the pool for 5 minutes. Swinging around the backyard, you got low maintenance. A lot of those are weeds, but it does say there's probably water in here somewhere. You do see some bigger stuff in the back, all nice and groomed. You even have this little coverage over here. All right, in we go. So while we have an eat-in kitchen, this would be your formal dining room right here. It has the 4 lights set up there. If you wanted a centerpiece, you'd have to run some new electric there. But this is your eat-in kitchen, and this would be your formal living room area. All just one little spot. Nice windows up top, bringing the extra light in. Window coverings, when attached, they convey. Bring it on through here. We have a half bath down over here. It's right off your living area. In the garage. So you're looped. You got your hot water heater with the earthquake strap. The round plug, but no big 220 or charging. And some people do ask, is there any kind of roof rack? No roof rack or anything like that. I keep calling it roof rack. Ceiling storage. All right, in we go. Let's check out, there's a bedroom downstairs if I haven't mentioned it. Something that is definitely requested. Multi-generational is the direction that home buying has gone comparatively to the past. So that downstairs bedroom seems to be increasingly important. What's really nice when you have a downstairs bedroom is to have their own bathroom shower space. You know, it's not like a next gen where you got a kitchenette and extra living room space, but at least it's something that just separates you. Great for guests. I know for us as a family, when we visit with little kids, having that place to get your nighttime routine down separate from everything is always helpful. So it's always sought after. Just ping pong between doors here. Just some storage for your front coat closet as well, if you so deemed it. And laundry's downstairs. No extra cabinets hanging around, or old cabinets placed here after the kitchen updated. Just have a shelf. Pretty standard laundry room. And on upstairs we go. So yeah, there's a couple different things going on. We have like a loft area. I mean, you could make it a bedroom. It's already a 4-bedroom. So you could push straight ahead into like a small bedroom, I'm sure. But as it stands, it's a loft area that's kind of separated out a little bit. I like the feel. And I'm not like a gamer, but I feel like if I were having this couch, I probably want a TV the size of this whole wall. This would be kind of cool little space. It looks like they built a little storage area there. So that's the loft. This would be like the main loft area. And right, no basements. So these lofts really just kind of act in that stead. And then that other space here, do I call it the library? I don't know, the library. Could be an office if all you need is a desk space. But just open, got a couple shelves over here. Could be a fun little reading nook. Some beanbag chair here, one of those giant ones. Yeah, so just 2 little different spaces between that loft and here that I'm loving the options. What would you do? You're in this house, you got this little alcove. What would you make this? Craft area? Do you have kids? Would you do a kid thing? Is it a she shed or a man cave opportunity? And then what would you do with this? So you got 2 things to play with on this one. So you got a couple other bedrooms over there, but I always like to show the primary. Got distracted. But this is, you're buying the house. Most likely the person watching this is buying the house, not the participants first at least. So let's get in here. Big room. I'm guessing 16 or 20. So what was it saying? 17 by 18. Pretty much a square, maybe a rectangle, obviously 17, 18. Pretty close. Opposed to some that it could be like really long and narrow. Centers the bed here in the room. You can see the dressers there, TV if you're a TV people. No fan, update for the opportunity for a light with a fan if that's your vibe. Then into the bathroom area. So switching to tile. With some luxury vinyl here in the updated bath. toilet area. So this one's all original. You have two separate sinks and a shower bath combo against the wall. We've all seen enough flips and renovations, so you can just rip this whole thing out and make one of those epic showers with a bench. We do a lot of things with endless money, right? And closet, plenty of storage here. Probably about 10 feet deep and then, 6 feet wide. Decent size on the closet. Well, I'm thinking, thank you to Alyssa Barrison with Zahler Property, letting me get in here and feature this home for you guys. It's their listing, and I wanted to get in here and walk through it. So bedrooms 3 and 4 are on this wing, this side of the upstairs. Have you noticed the consistency? There's the stripes here covering the window, and I think I saw them downstairs painted in the downstairs bedroom. So it's a little bit smaller. They got 2 tones, 2 different colors, giving it a little feature. Baseboards throughout, the short kind of fancy ones with the design instead of just the flat. And then towards the front of the house here, you are going to get these wonderful mountain views. Bottom of Henderson, that's all Anthem Highlands and Madeira Canyon. And off to the front here. And you got the original here. 2 sinks, 2 bedrooms over on the side. Maths out, nice and easy. Shower. This is the standard 1 piece. And anytime you see that little alcove, this is what you can do with it. Just the double cabinet with a surface up top goes a long ways. Feels totally open walking through here, and to my left there's a ton of storage, to make your own linen space, really. And the last bedroom here. Board games, who knows? And pretty typical in the closet. Carpet is not new, but it's not beat up, just not new. But it's in okay condition for sure. Brown tone, and sometimes it's tough to tell. I think the walls are like a cream. Wouldn't say a super white, but probably classified as a white. Then on back downstairs. Well, there you have it. I appreciate you joining me here today. Just to recap here, we're up in Anthem Highlands. List price is $684,999. Comes to $227 a square foot. We got a 4-bedroom, 4-bath house, 1 bedroom downstairs, 3 up, loft space, a pool. HOA, Anthem Highlands is right now is posted at $72 a month. Like I said, hit me up if you ever want to get a private tour. In the meantime, I do appreciate you joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next.